This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from MJ Harrington Jewelers right here on Main Street in Newport, celebrating 75 years in business. And I'm now joined by the face of MJ Harrington's, Mr. David Lantz. Hello, David.
Good morning, Abby.
It's always fun to check in with you about this time every year, but you have a big celebration this year. Congratulations on 75 years.
Thank you.
How's it feel?
It feels pretty amazing, really, when I think about the fact that 3/4 of a century have gone by. I was born 4 years after the company started, so I haven't been part of it the entire duration,
Sure.
but still really fun to think about the fact that we have been blessed with a support on this community, particularly Newport, but also surrounding towns for 3/4 of a century.
Absolutely. MJ Harrington's is such a staple in Newport. Talk a little bit about the business as a whole for those watching that have just never stepped foot in here before.
Well, interestingly, we had somebody yesterday who had been in the area for years, had never come in before.
Really?
And he just saw the sort of hubbub of the 75th and swung by to... We carry a wide range of jewelry and gift products, although traditionally we had started with more of a bridal registry, more watches. My Uncle Mike was a watchmaker, and so that was his focus. My aunt was a gift buyer, Phyllis. So they really focused more on gifts and a little bit of jewelry and a lot of watches. Now it's evolved to lots of jewelry, a few gifts, a lot more specialized jewelry. We custom make a lot of things. And repair work has been a key part of our focus since the beginning. Dad is a watchmaker, Uncle Mike is a watchmaker, my Uncle Bob also was a watchmaker. Now watches have taken a different, I look at the watch you're wearing,
I know.
It's not like the watch I'm wearing.
It's
but
not
anyway.
like one of the beautiful ones in the cases, right?
But that's kind of the way the world has evolved. So we have adapted the best we can, and there's also more use of, traditionally we would carve waxes before we made a custom piece, and now a lot of it can be done with computers. So it's a ride that we have evolved with, and we do a lot more social media.
Yep.
We do. I say we loosely. It's not me. We have
I
a
see you
couple
on there, though.
I am on there now and again, but
Yeah.
we have a couple of folks that really that's their gig, and you know that better than anybody. So that has been part of the evolution. But the fundamentals have never changed. It's all about doing the best we can to answer questions customers have and serve in whatever way we can their
Fantastic.
particular needs. So
Yeah.
75 years of that is it.
I love that you have just had to kind of adapt with the times, but still keep the same MJ Harringtons that people have loved since the beginning.
Yeah, a lot of things haven't changed, and that does make it kind of fun, especially for an old guy like me. But the reality is that we have had to make a lot of changes along the way, and people have been adapting with us. So we're fortunate. It's not just like we make changes and hope they join us. We make changes as a result of the requirements to stay in business. So
Sure.
we've been very, very fortunate.
One of my favorite services that you offer that I think is always a good thing to mention when I talk with you is wish lists. And I think this is something that people think about usually around the holiday season because it's a gift buying time, but you really want people to feel like they can come in and create something of what they love in hopes that somebody might come and purchase it for them. Talk about that.
That's exactly it. Yeah, we have a wish list, and it does go year round. And it used to be hard copy. We'd have little 3x5 cards, and we'd wander around the store with folks. Now it's a little more computerized. So when somebody comes in and says, I think my significant other has been in looking at something, we can go to the computer, trace a SKU number. If we don't have any more, we can either remake one, or we can come up with something similar and make it extra special, and then include engraving if they want to have something special engraved on it. So it is a fun part of what we do, and it gives a sort of the year-round experience. Anytime somebody's in town, we can toss in an ice pop if they wish, or if any of the kids want ice pops. We do have ice pops since COVID all the time, year-round, and that's been one of my MOs. I love to offer ice pops to the kids and myself.
Fantastic. You've obviously been at this a very long time, but any hopes for the future for MJ Harrington's? What's the plan down the road?
Well, I'm hopeful that we'll see our 100th anniversary, and I'm hopeful I'll be around for that. I will be 96 at the time.
Okay, I have full confidence.
And I would, even if I was just sitting in a chair somewhere enjoying that event, I think it would be kind of cool. And I think, we've got a foundation of staff, and if we get the right components put together and I can begin to phase out and maybe fish a little more, play a little more golf while I still can.
Sure.
That would be my dream, but to keep the business going indefinitely is really something I would love to see happen.
Well, it's hard when you're just the face of MJ Harrington's. We don't know any different but than to come in here and see you. But you do deserve a day off.
Well, thank you. I'll try and get a few now and again, and I do come in a little later now than I was a few years ago, and I live on a little pond now, so that's been a real treat.
Good. Well, David, I hope you feel the love and support of the community celebrating 75 years. It's quite a remarkable journey that you guys have had to get here and a fun celebration.
It has indeed been. Thanks for coming by.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
When we come back, Keith Coughlin from the New London Barn Playhouse will tell us about a Barney that is now a Broadway star and will recreate her Carole King role in the next Playhouse production. But first, these words from one of the star businesses that makes Yankee Chronicle possible.